Hello, welcome to Appliance Master Live. I'm Bill, and today we're going to be talking about electric clothes dryer venting and heating elements. I happen to have a couple of samples right here. This is a very common failure with electric clothes dryers, and it's a failure that can be prevented, and it's not inexpensive either. So with the right maintenance and the right attention, you can avoid these repairs. But this is a heating element out of a clothes dryer. It's a heating element out of a clothes dryer. You see, these coils will get orange like a toaster, and they are, needless to say, very hot, several hundred degrees, and that's air passing over. This is the hot air, how it creates hot air to dry your clothes. This one it's got a piece of lint on it from the repair. I don't know. If you could imagine, if that lint was there when this was hot, it would burn. And this is the source of ignition on electric clothes dryer fires. It all starts right at this heating element. So this one, I don't know if you can notice, well, first of all, you can see that this is scorched. The color of this metal is darker than down here or the other places. It does get hot, but this one, you can almost see, this got so hot that this back plate is beginning to warp. So again, this heater got too hot. It opened, the circuit opened, and it had to be replaced, and again, probably preventable. So my next example is another bad heating element, but this one, there's less scorching here. You can see the metal is like cleaner, but nonetheless, this one went bad. And I'm only showing you this because the next example is juxtaposed to here. You can see this one. Okay, if I can get these. You see that's the side. You see the color difference because this one had got significantly hotter. In fact, it got so hot. Look at the warping on this plate on the back. Can you see how bent that is? All right. And again, this got extremely hot. Not good, not good. And I'm going to go back to the always preventable as well. Here's my next example. This is a typical rigid dryer vent. And you can see this has about a ½ inch of lint just in this one 90-degree elbow here. That ½ inch restriction will reduce the airflow through the venting system by 44%. And it doesn't have to be the entire width of the venting. It can just be in one spot, like in that elbow. So, and it doesn't take long. I mean, you clean off dryer filters all the time. It doesn't take a lot of lint to have a restriction like that. And I want to show you a typical, fairly common, when we do a dryer vent cleaning, this is a fairly common outdoor view. So it's that's quite a bit of lint, and you can see if that backs up and gets involved with the heating element, you'll have more problems than just your dryer not working. Okay, and I want to point out too, we oftentimes will go to service calls and diagnose somebody's heating element, and they'll say, "Oh, my dryer's old. I'm just going to buy a new one." But it's like, you can buy a new dryer and it'll work for a little while, but you haven't addressed the original problem. You have to, and all too often, even appliance installers, homeowners, they give it a quick cursory look and say, "Ah, it looks good." But it's like you cannot diagnose a venting system just by looking at it. You have to take airflow measurements or pressure readings. You have to. And it's like, Appliance Master, we do it every day, and it's a common thing, but yet most of the people in the industry don't even own those tools. So, moving along, there's some tips for your dryer. If your average dry time is more than 45 minutes, you probably need to get your venting checked because that's a little long. Also, if you have lint in your laundry room, on the floor, on top of the machine, that's an indication that the clothes dryer can't push the air outside, so it's leaking out of other places. Also, that's a sign. If your dryer is warm to the touch, it's probably getting too hot inside. And lastly, if you have a burning smell, then you might have problems. And sometimes you can smell lint burning, or you can just smell the parts getting overheated which is also a sign that you should call for us. And I want to mention also, if you go to our website, APPLIANCEMASTER.com, we frequently have specials on dryer vent services, cleanings, analysis, repairs. So yeah, frequently running specials like we will be this winter. So APPLIANCEMASTER.com, thanks for tuning in today, and a little bit of attention to your appliances. They'll last a lot longer. Oh, I didn't even mention save energy. You know, running less, save a lot of energy, it's better for everybody. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.